Hey everyone, this video's topic will be on how to deal with salty people in solo queue. This is becoming very common during the early season, much more than before, and my best guess is either people are still mad from placements or still don't care because it's so early in the season. In this game we were ruined in the early game, and the tilted salty ADC decided, hey, no better time than now to just bash my support and continue to feed for the rest of the laning phase. For the support mains out there, you know this is very common. The ADC tends to flame you a lot when you don't do stuff that they want you to do. And most of the time, the things they want you to do are just way too risky, and the play can be read from miles away, and you know that it's not going to turn out very well. So it's really annoying when they keep pressuring you to do this stupid stuff in lane, especially when you're behind. That is the absolute worst. But the first thing you want to do with these people is mute. You know, everyone knows about mute. Mute is your best friend in these situations, and it can help with keeping your head in the game. If you do decide to type back, trying to defend from the verbal abuse, all you're really doing is wasting time, and you're also missing out on critical info on the minimap, because all you're doing is, you know, you're putting your head down, you're typing, you're getting mad, you're getting tilted at this point, and all you're doing is just, you're not doing anything, and time is very critical on when you're playing League of Legends, especially as a support, when you're supposed to be warding and doing all that kind of stuff and backing up other lanes and jungles as soon as laning phase is done. So you definitely don't want to do that, especially, you know, with these type of people that, you know, they've given up a long time ago, and at this point all they really want to do is just lose, and on top of, you know, losing, they get satisfaction, and you're going to end up losing too. And, you know, you just don't want to deal with these kind of people. But one thing when it comes to muting people, you don't really want to tell them that, hey, you're muted, because I made that mistake, and and I told them, it's like, hey, you're muted, you know, keep playing, don't worry about typing to me, I'm not going to be able to listen to it or read it. And so he was just like, okay, well then if you can't see my typing, then you're going to see my spamming of pings. So he spammed pings on me, which of course was annoying, but I was just like, okay, I'm just going to mute my game completely, and there's going to be no audio, and I'm just going to turn up my music, which is exactly what I did. So for the rest of the game, all that happened was just everything was nothing but music, and I just kept going. My main champion from is Zilean support, which most of you know by now. And one thing about him is he's not very strong during the laning phase, so I never really worry too much. If I do bad during the laning phase, I try to make up for it during team fights in the mid game, and because that's when he's strongest. That's where he power spikes, of course. I mean, he has power spikes in lane as well, like level 4 and level 5, when your bomb starts dealing like massive amounts of damage. But he's definitely stronger in team fights with his whole AoE stun and stuff like that. So you definitely, if you do decide to play Zilean support from watching my videos, keep that in mind, that most of the concentration you're gonna want to put on during the game is during the mid game. The whole game, like, he kept going at it. Like, I knew he kept talking shit because my teammates kept saying, it's like, dude, calm down. It's like, oh my god, you're still at it, blah 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 blah. And plus he kept like pinging on top of me, and I was just like, okay dude, like, I'm sorry, but I really want to win this game, and there's really nothing you're gonna do to stop me. So I just you know, I just kept my head in the game, and just kept going down over and over and over. And I kept making play back to back to back, keeping everything warded, making sure that if we're on offense, I'm gonna put down deep wards and make it unsafe for them to be in jungle. If we're on defense, I'm gonna make sure that my teammates don't run into stupid traps by putting down defensive wards, stuff like that. You know, small little battles that people don't really realize what the support is supposed to be doing. But these are really key and critical moments during a match that you need to do when playing a support. With all this in mind, not only do you like not let these salty or just tilted kids bother you, Also, like, if you do see yourself going down that same road, what's best is, just cool down. Like, take a break after the match. Like, I understand that sometimes you just get frustrated and you're just like, fuck this, it was just a bad game. I'm gonna do well the next game. It's still better just to take a break, get some water, wash down the salt, go outside for a little bit, stuff like that. You want to do that. You want to keep level-headed, because you're not gonna play better when you're angry than when you're level-headed. So you always want to keep that in mind. Especially with me, trust me, like, I get angry all the time, and there's a lot of moments where I just play like complete shit for the rest of the game because I've just given up. Like, I can't do my bomb rotations correctly. I completely miss the most easiest readable bombs in the world, and it just gets really frustrating. I remember when I first started playing League, it was back season 1. The lowest elo I went down to was like 400. I wasn't even bronze. Back then you had to earn bronze. So one huge contributor to that was, I remember I was at a friend's house, and I went insane from tilt, and I still remember that night. I kept queuing over and over and over for 15 straight games, all losses, and just plummeted in elo. It was stupid, worst decision I've ever done, and I was never able to recover from that. But now, a couple years later, I'm a Diamond Zillion support. At least 75% of the time I keep a cool head. And yeah, people tell me I'm an idiot for maining Zillion, but I don't care. League of Legends is all about having fun when it all comes down to it. And you have fun when you play your favorite champions, and you also play your best when you're having fun. So with all that, just make sure you don't let these people, especially around this time, like I said at the beginning of the video, don't let these people tilt you. Keep your head up, and good luck out there on the Rift, everyone.